Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to talk about Julius Randle and if he should be an all-star in the Eastern Conference this year and what he's done all throughout the 2020-21 season and how he completely changed the mindsets of Knicks fans, because most of us, not all of us, were against Julius Randle being our starting power forward going into this year. So I want to make a whole video about it because the resurgence of Julius Randle is legit. Before I hop into this video, I just want to mention, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so and hit that bell button if you want to get notified every single time I post a video. Also, if you guys want to follow me over on Instagram and Twitter, that's at NYKnicks_media. That does it for that plug. So let's jump right into the video. So Julius Randle, here are his stats so far this year. He is averaging 22.6 points per game, 10.9 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game. That's ridiculous. He's averaging a double-double, and he's leading the team in assists. So Julius Randle, we all know that he's balling out. But after last night's game against the Chicago Bulls, it really made me realize, wow, we would be nowhere without Julius. We would not have 10 wins on the season. We would not be competing because he is proving to be the leader. He's a guy that he wants the ball in the crunch time. He wants to get the ball in ISO and late in the fourth quarter to ice the game. We know what happened last night in that Chicago Bulls-Knicks game. We were leading the entire game, and it looked like that was an easy W, but of course we let the Chicago Bulls inch away, and they got really close. They cut it to like a 5-point and maybe even a 3-point game eventually. But then Julius Randle, so composed and poised, he gets the ball, isolation, he gets to his spot in the mid-range, and he puts it in crunch time. It kind of reminds me of Melo. The way that Julius Randle is creating his shots in the mid-range, it literally looks like a lefty version of Carmelo Anthony, and that's pretty awesome. I never thought Julius would be able to do that, but let's talk about in the entire Julius Randle spectrum, because last year we know that Knicks fans, including myself, were over Julius, and that's basically because the coaching staff, David Fizdale, they did not know how to utilize Julius properly. Julius wasn't in the proper situation to succeed, and the personnel around him, who knows what it was. I think it was the game plan. Julius wasn't in good shape, and they try to give the keys to the kingdom to him too much. They try to say, all right, Julius, you're our only decent player on this team. RJ Barrett was a rookie at the time, and we were surrounded by veterans. Marcus Morris was there for the first half of the year, and Julius did not look comfortable at all. And everybody, including myself, not everybody, but some Knicks fans, were writing off Julius. Trade him before this year. We drafted Obi Toppin. We want him to be our starting power forward. We do not want Julius. And then he completely silenced the mouths of everybody, including myself. And I'm so excited that he did that, because just because Knicks fans are so harsh on a Knicks player doesn't mean that we want them to fail. It's just that we're so sick of you being so terrible, where we want somebody else, or we want you to turn around. It's just like Elfrid Payton this year. Elfrid Payton is such a Knicks fan killer. Nobody likes him in terms of the Knicks nation. Last night he had a decent game, but still Knicks fans are not fans of Elfrid Payton. We'd rather see IQ get the starting position and all that good stuff. But let's talk about Julius. Does he deserve to be an all-star this year? Absolutely. Will he be an all-star? Who knows? Because there's a lot of people in the Eastern Conference that are in his position that could get over him. I don't think Julius will be a starter by any means, but he definitely is playing like a sub-all-star, like coming off the bench on the all-star game. It's going to be a really close race because, like I said, there's a lot of stars in the Eastern Conference playing his position. So I don't think it's guaranteed he's going to make it, but whether he makes it or not, he's playing like an all-star. And here's why. He is doing everything for this team. He is the engine. He's the heart and soul of the Tom Thibodeau's offense. Just the way that Julius Randle is shooting the ball from beyond the arc, a career high, 5 threes last night. He tied his career high. He's also shooting the ball from beyond the arc, percentage-wise, his career high. I don't know the percentage. I'm trying to find it out right here. Yeah, so he's shooting 39.6% from downtown. That's tremendous for Julius Randle. He's also shooting 47.5% from the field, 80% from the free throw line. That is just phenomenal from Julius Randle. I mean, if you look at his career numbers, he's a career shooter 30% from downtown, and you see the improvement. 3 assists per game career. He's averaging 6 assists per game this year. That's double the amount. So the resurgence of Julius Randle is real. The big question is Julius Randle the future of the Knicks, or do we want to trade him while his value is so high? A lot of people going into this year, they said if Julius Randle's playing well, we need to trade him because we're not fans of him. But now you're seeing how important Julius is to this team. Without Julius Randle, like I said earlier in the video, we're not winning these games. Last night, without Julius stepping up in the clutch, the Chicago Bulls would have won that game. They really did. Zach LaVine was being a dog down low in the fourth quarter, scoring with ease. He was barking at everybody. He was getting his teammates very energized to spark a comeback. But Julius, just being himself, was so poised and comfortable in the crunch time, posting somebody up, getting to his spots at mid-range, and just getting such timely hoops. Or even he set up that Reggie Bullock corner three that was probably the most important three-pointer of the game last night. Julius drove to the rim. He gets double-teamed. He dishes it out to Reggie for three. That's Julius creating offense for his teammates. He's making everybody around him better. That's why I love Julius. I felt like if it was more Julius just scoring and being selfish, like it kind of felt like he was last year, then there wouldn't be a big topic. I feel like Knicks fans would not be super fans of Julius right now. But since he's averaging over 6 assists per game, he's getting his teammates involved. Whenever he's getting double teamed, he learned from his mistake from last year. He's not spinning and turning the ball over, even though he did do that on Monday night against the Bulls. It will happen. He's not perfect, guys, but he's getting his teammates involved. When he sees someone down low, he dishes it. When he sees somebody open for a shooter, he's dishing it out there. He understands that he needs to be the leader of this team. He's the heart and soul. He's the engine. And Tom Thibodeau understands that, and he's in crazy shape. His jump shot is absolutely ridiculous. When he's making these fadeaway jump shots, it's to the point where I'm like, how are these going in? They're really difficult shots. I keep comparing it to Carmelo Anthony. How many times do we see Melo size somebody up in the isolation, baseline mid-range jumper, fade away, contested, and you're saying to yourself, that's not a good shot, but for Melo, it's a good shot because he makes contested mid-range jumpers. That's what Julius is doing. Julius is getting to his spot in the mid-range. He does a jab step, he does a step back fade away, and there's a hand in his face, and he's fading out of bounds, and you're like, I don't know about that shot when he initially leaves his hands, but it goes in every time. So now I'm getting used to it where whenever he's shooting it, I get excited because I'm like, that's going to go in 5 times out of, 7 times he shoots it, because that's how efficiently he's been shooting the rock so far. So I really want to make a video dedicated to Julius Randle because he deserves the credit, because this Knicks team is 10-13. We would not be where we are without him. He is the best player on the team by far. He's the leader. He is the guy that everybody wants to learn from, and I feel like this is perfect for Obi Toppin. I know that a lot of Knicks fans are writing off Obi as a bust already. I'm not. I feel like he needs way more minutes and way more time out there. I know that you can't really make the excuse of, oh, there's no summer league. This pandemic year was really crazy because he didn't have a lot of time to get accustomed to it, because then you see Emmanuel Quickly, who's a rookie, who's killing it. But still, I like Obi Toppin's game. I feel like he will evolve over time, and he's going to learn from Julius Randle. I like that Obi's coming off the bench and learning from Julius for the long term, and that's the big question mark. Is Julius part of the future? He's 26 years old. He has a player option or team option going into next season, so I'm assuming Julius will be here next year, but then he's a free agent after that. So do we sign him long term? Because he's only 26, guys. His prime's only ahead of him, which is pretty scary. So I want to make a whole video dedicated to Julius Randle because, like I said, he deserves all the credit. Knicks fans were wrong about, not every Knicks fan, but most of us, including myself, were completely wrong about Julius, and I'm very happy to be wrong because he is playing out of his mind, and I feel like if the Knicks make the playoffs this year, it's all because of Julius Randle and his play. The way he facilitates, the way he rebounds, the way he's doing everything all over the floor. A lot of people did not like the dynamic of Julius and RJ Barrett together, but that duo is really playing well together because we understand they're both lefties. They both have very similar play styles. They both can't really shoot beyond the arc, but they're bullies down low. But they're really complementing each other pretty well. Julius is finding RJ. RJ's finding Julius. And you saw the game against the Clippers. They both had really good games, as well as Emmanuel Quickly. So I feel like the best is yet to come for Julius and RJ and all these Knicks players. I feel like the Knicks in general, they deserve a lot of credit, the coaching staff as well. Tom Thibodeau, Kenny Payne. I think Kenny Payne is a big reason why Julius is playing this well. Mike Woodson, Johnny Bryant. The entire coaching staff got into the brain of Julius, and they unlocked a monster. And Knicks fans, we should be very excited. Will he be an all-star? I don't think it's guaranteed. I really don't. Like I said earlier, I feel like it's going to be really tough with all the forwards at his position in the Eastern Conference. I think it might be a stretch for him to make the All-Star game, but that does not take away that he's playing like an All-Star. So let me know in the comment section, do you think Julius Randle deserves to be in the All-Star game representing the New York Knicks? I certainly hope so, but you never know. Make sure you guys vote for him every day because he deserves to be there. That does it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys stayed all the way until the end of this video, comment down below a Statue of Liberty emoji so I know that you were here until this moment. If you guys are not already, make sure you smash that like button. Let's go Knicks. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Peace.